So, I want to discuss what are the events that can happen from 18th January 2026 to 16th February 2026. On 17th February, we have the five planet conjunction in Aquarius. So, before that, what can happen from 18th January to 16th February? So this particular specific 30-day window period, right, is like a pressure cooker phase for the world. It is a kind of bridge between the internal purges of January and the global, I can say, kind of kinetic explosion of late February. So, in Vedic astrology, this period marks the transition from Capricorn to Aquarius. Capricorn represents the state, the ruler, because that is the natural 10th house, whereas Aquarius represents the masses, the technology, the shadow. So, here in the phase 1, that is from January 18 to 31st January, that is 18th January to 31st January, a kind of planetary trigger, I would say, five planets in Capricorn, exalted Mars in the cluster. These are all leading to a kind of silent purge. And of course, following the coup news in China, this particular period will be defined by the disappearance of high ranking officials and the freezing of assets, I would say. See, any leader who survived the January 18th war will now move to some kind of absolute authoritarianism, I would say. So, basically, governments will pass some emergency powers acts or expect some martial law or some kind of security zones to be declared in major hubs like Beijing, Moscow, or potentially near the US Mexico border, as the Sun and Mars demand a kind of total order. Now, in the phase 2, I would see from 1st February to 12th February, right? Even though this period can change, this January to February, but I can see the transition. So basically, Mercury and Venus move into Aquarius, joining Rahu. So the practical event that can happen here is a kind of cyber wall. As the faster planets hit Rahu, the conflict shifts from physical soldiers to some kind of invisible code, I would say, because everything is moving towards Aquarius. So China or Russia will likely initiate a great firewall protocol, cutting off their internal internet from the West to prevent some kind of ideological shift, I would say. And what about the West? See, there's a massive volatility in cryptocurrency and digital banking can be observed here, because with Venus, that is the money, and Mercury, the trade, hitting Rahu, the smoke or a kind of illusion, a major bank or exchange could go dark. So leading to kind of, a two countries economic split, a two-sided, means the whole economic picture will turn into two sides. So the winner here, there is a kind of winner shift, I would say. The winner changes from the general, that is the Mars, to the hacker or a kind of conspirator, that is Rahu. Because on 18th January, the winner was Mars, basically. Now, as we are moving towards February, the winner is going to be Rahu. So, the moment you see, the mid of February, definitely, I would say, a king is entering into a kind of dragon's den. So, the pre-war mobilization, I would say. So, 13th February, the sun, the king or the leader, I would say, leaves the disciplined sign of Capricorn and enters the volatile Rahu-influenced sign of Aquarius. So this is the most dangerous transition, I would say. When the sun meets Rahu in Aquarius, it signifies a shadowing of authority. So there is no power of sun here. So this particular 3-day window period, especially the 13th February to 16th February, this particular 3-day window period is when the target, that is the world leader at risk of assassination or removal, so the target makes their final public appearance or a fatal strategic error. So all diplomatic channels will officially close. By 16th February, the world will be in a state of armed silence, waiting for the solar eclipse the following day. So I would say, see, the reason these events happen in this order is, the descendant of the king. That is, in Capricorn, the king is a judge, and the king is nothing but the sun here, is a judge, and jailer so jailer is who is going to purge. And in Aquarius, the king is a target. You're getting it? So here in Capricorn, the king is a judge, but in Aquarius, the king is the target here. So he's out in the open among the masses. That is in Aquarius, and the demon here, Rahu. So basically, I am predicting that by the mid of February, the sun, that is the king, the world ruler kind of a person, will be in a very, very big trouble. So this particular 30-day window period I'm talking about, from this mid of January to the mid of February. Of course, here we're almost at the end of January. So the things that I am telling, right, they are already happened kind of by this end of January. Whatever we discussed in this video, they are already happened, but in secrecy. So this particular 30-day window is the world's final opportunity for peace, I would say. So since the planetary war winner of January 18th was Mars, so the astrology suggests that leaders will choose force over negotiation every single time during this month. But once this January is ending and we're entering February, I would say February, the authority will lose. So February is a very, very big test for the world's greatest leaders. That's what I can see here. Thanks for watching this video.